Hi, and welcome to Managerial and Business Communication. I'm your host today, Dr. Marilyn Carroll, and I'm going to be your host for the next 10 weeks. I hope that you enjoy this course as much as I am enjoying putting it together for you. So again, I'm your host, Dr. Marilyn Carroll, and each week I'll bring you information on business management and business communication. And then we'll talk about it at the end of the week in our coffee and conversations. So here goes. Let's get started. All right. I am going to open up my computer and share a document with you, a PowerPoint slide. Today, I'm going to be talking to you using information coming from McGraw-Hill's Business Communication, Developing Leaders for a Networked World by Peter Cardone. And this is chapter 1. So let's get started. So our learning objectives this week is to explain the importance of establishing credibility for business communication, to strive high competence, caring, and character affect your credibility as a communicator, define and explain business ethics, corporate values, and personal values, explain the fair approach to ethical business communication. And why does any of this matter, Dr. Carroll? Well, your reputation for being trustworthy matters. The degree to which others believe and trust you matters. So the role of trust in the post-trust era. What should you do when communicating? Well, should you operate from a position of trust or credibility? Or should you gain trust or credibility from colleagues, clients, customers, and other contacts? I say all of the above. So the public increasingly views companies with less trust. So companies also have a deficit of trust. Employees often do not trust their own business leaders. So why is this? Well, in figure 1.1, it's a look at the trust in various professions. Nurses are trusted more than, receive the highest trust area, That's followed by military officers, grade school teachers, medical doctors, pharmacists, police officers, clergy, auto mechanics, newspapers, bankers, lawyers, business executives. You see how business executives, lawyers are way down, bankers are way down, advertising practitioners, members of Congress. Oh my gosh, they're way down. They're like that with car salesmen. And then we have lobbyists. Well, lobbyists are going to do what they're supposed to do anyway. So we expect them to be down, but come on. And then car salesmen, hey, none of us like car salesmen. Members of Congress, these are people enacting laws and other things that's going to impact our social structure, our social standing. So post-trust era, the public overwhelmingly views businesses as operating against the public's best interest. Why is that? We'll talk about that. Why is it? And then most employees view their leaders and colleagues with skepticism. Why do we not trust each other? And so the 3 components of credibility on the 3-stool, credibility being the seat and standing on 3 legs, competence, caring, and character. So competence. Competence is the knowledge and skills needed to A, accomplish business tasks, B, approach business problems, C, get a job done. Most people will judge your competence based on your track record of success and achievement. So how do you establish competence, you may be wondering? Through study, observation, practice, and real-world business experiences. And the ways you communicate with others is also how you establish competence. So the role of competence in establishing credibility, you focus on actions and an emphasis on results. What are your actions and what are the results received from your actions? Caring, understanding the interests of others, cultivating a sense of community and giving to others and showing generosity. Understanding the interests of others to gain credibility shows that you care for the needs of others. Connect with others to gain trust. Understands others' needs, wants, opinions, feelings, and aspirations. Develop an other orientation. Be concerned about others instead of just being concerned about yourself. Now, the importance of a sense of community and teamwork. Effective corporate business leaders recognize this. They really do, guys. Communicate using a we and you orientation instead of an I and me orientation. Some people are always me, and and that does not work. When we're communicating about others in business, we need to use we or you to you when we're talking to people to compliment them. It engenders trust and helps you find mutually beneficial solutions. So, giving to others and showing generosity, by doing this, companies with higher percentages of givers have higher profitability, higher productivity, higher customer satisfaction, and lower turnover. So, you thought that giving to United Way or other causes was just to be given? No, we know that when we have a high number of givers, we have people who care. It tells us a lot about our staff and our employees. Communicate using we and you orientation. Again, being a giver opens opportunities. Character. Staying true to commitments made to stakeholders, adhering to high morale and ethical values, and they are central to creating trust. So, what determines trust in individuals in the workplace? Honesty, ethical behavior, exchanges information willingly, shared objectives, respectfulness towards others, expertise, positive attitude, motivation, consideration of others, ability to do the job well, communication skills, intelligence, experience, connectedness. See how connectedness, experience, and intelligence and works with a reputable company? Those things are down to the bottom. The top tier, the top three are honesty, um, behavior. Sorry about that. Oh, I went too far. Sorry. Honesty, behavior, as well as, let's see. I want to get back to where we were. Sorry about that. Honesty, ethical behavior, and exchanges of information willingly. I don't know why we have such a problem exchanging information willingly. We have to do better at that. And just because nobody's going to get ahead of you faster, nobody has or can take what you have. That's all up to you. All right. So here we go. We're back. Business ethics, the commonly accepted beliefs and principles in the business community for acceptable behavior are adhering to the laws, safeguarding confidential and proprietary information, avoiding conflicts of interest and misuse of company assets, refraining from accepting or providing inappropriate gifts, gratuities, and entertainment. Now, transparency is important as well in corporate communications. Trust building behaviors include extending trust, sharing information, telling it straight, providing opportunities, admitting mistakes, setting a good example by following the rules. So, corporate and personal values matter too. Corporate values are stated and lived values of a company, whereas personal values are values that individuals prioritize and adhere to, and they carry with them and show it in their behaviors. Code of conduct or code of ethics. So Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002 requires publicly traded companies to have a code of ethics available to all employees and to ensure that it is enacted. Do you know the code of ethics or where to find the code of ethics at the organization where you work? I would think that it would be a great idea to find this and see what your code of ethics are for the organization where you are employed. The role of character in establishing credibility. Open and honest communication, guys, is extremely important. Avoid open and honest communication of business problems. Employees doomed a business to poor financial performance. Okay? Dishonesty is among the primary reasons for lower employee morale, and dishonesty can be the reason for dismissal. A stakeholder view of accountability implies an obligation to meet the needs and wants of others, involves an enlarged vision of those affected by your business activities, and takes a stakeholder view that includes all groups in the society affected by your business. Fairness of business communication includes the FAIR test, helps you examine how well you have provided the facts, granted access to your motives, reasoning, and information, examine impacts on stakeholders, and shown respect. So figure 1.4, the FAIR test of ethical, test of ethical business communication is provided here on the monitor. And as we can see, excuse me, Marilyn, I'm sorry, guys. I am moving fast, aren't I? Sorry about that. In this act, we see that in all your communications, you should consider whether you're being fair to others. For routine communications, you make calculations quickly. And for more important, less straightforward, and perhaps even controversial communications, you should spend a significant, guys, amount of time evaluating the best way to be fair. You may consider taking your supervisor, peers, and trusted individuals to apprise, or talking to them rather, to apprise the situation. So we have facts, we have access, we have impacts, and we have respect. These are your communication areas for FAIR. FAIR meaning F for facts, A for access, I for impacts, and R for respect. How can you improve your communication skills then? Well, by establishing credibility will help you build high trust relationships and communicate more effectively. In this book that we'll be going through from McGraw-Hill, we will see a lot of the information that we'll cover. And hopefully by the end of this course, we will understand the importance, the knowledge around, as well as actions we should take in order to be the best communicator in business settings. So this is just an overview of what we'll be looking at in the book and the text, and accessibility, content, and all of that. Look for trust in various professions. Trust is indicated from a 0% trust to 100% and more, or 0 to 100. We see that various people have various trust factors, and we saw that on the diagram earlier. So trust as we see it and know it is extremely important. So as we go through the next 10 weeks together, or 11 weeks together, I want you to understand the information in the text. We'll use this as one of our guides, as well as other information that I'll be providing to you during the course of the course each week, So sit back, enjoy the videos that I'm recording for you. I hope that they provide a valuable mechanism for you to listen to while you're on your way to work, or while you want to have conversations with your individuals in your company about things that you're talking about and studying, as well as items for thought as we come to coffee and communication each week. That's it. Take care, and I'll see you for the next chapter.